Kyoto Japanese is so indirect, even other Japanese people get confused by it. We all know that Japanese people sometimes say things in a pretty indirect way. And because of that, foreigners in Japan can misunderstand the hidden meaning behind what people are actually trying to say. But did you know that this is especially true with Kyokotoba, the traditional dialect from Kyoto? Even Japanese people from other parts of Japan sometimes can't tell what Kyoto people actually mean. And I don't just mean different words like okini instead of arigato. It's more about how things are said. So today, here are 3 famous examples. Number 1. If you've been talking to someone for quite a long time, they might suddenly say, 時計してありますな, which translates to, that's a nice watch you've got there. Sounds friendly, right? But depending on the tone, this can actually mean something along the lines of, please have a look at the time, I want to leave this conversation. Number 2. This one is similar to number 1, but a bit more nuanced. Imagine you've been staying at someone's house, or even sitting in a restaurant for quite a long time. Then they might say, ブブ漬けでもどうですか? Which means, how about some ochazuke, bubuzuke, which is a traditional Japanese dish made of rice soaked in tea. Sounds polite, but stereotypically this means something like, please leave now, it's time for you to leave. Although, to be fair, if you ask Japanese people about this, especially people from Kyoto, most of them will say that they never actually heard this phrase in real life. So the probability that someone says this to you is really, really low. Some people even say it doesn't exist in real life. What you are probably more likely going to hear is something like, お昼でも用意しましょうか? Which means, should I prepare lunch? This can sometimes basically imply the same thing. Number 3. お元気そうで何よりです. This translates to, you seem very energetic. You seem to be in a very good mood. Sounds nice, but sometimes it can imply you're being too energetic or you're being a bit too loud. Kyoto-style communication has this reputation for using very polite words that can suddenly become passive-aggressive depending on the context. And this might partly be because Kyoto was historically the cultural center of Japan. And in Japanese, longer and more indirect expressions are usually considered more formal and more polite. Of course, these are only just examples of what people might say, and I've personally never heard someone say something like that. But it is true that people, especially in Kyoto, will say things indirectly to you, which might seem like they are positive, but they are more negative.